Hi friends, welcome to another edition of Scrapbooking in Belize. I'm Dawn, and today we'll be looking at the Marco Raffine and the Marco Renoir. As usual, before I get started with my session today, I do have a small disclaimer. If you hear chirpings in the background, that are the chicks that we're still nursing. They're about a couple days before we can put them with the remainder of the chickens. And I also have dogs who may bark when our neighbors passes the house. And if you're hearing vehicles, motor vehicles passing, I do live near the major highway here in Belize. I live in a village near a major highway, and so you will be hearing motor vehicles in the background, especially on a day like today, which is a holiday in Belize, Good Friday. Okay, guys, so little things I should tell you first here about Belize. We celebrate the entire resurrection of Jesus Christ, his death and resurrection. I know many places around the world only celebrates Easter Sunday, but we celebrate Ash Wednesday, and then a few weeks later we celebrate Holy Thursday, which was yesterday. Today is Good Friday. Tomorrow is Holy Saturday, which is a very big day here in Belize, not only because it is the death of Jesus Christ and his burial, but also we have a little tradition here in Belize called the Holy Saturday cross country race, and it's a cycling race, and it's a huge international event here in Belize. And then we celebrate Easter Sunday and Easter Monday. So the Easter weekend in Belize is usually a very, very big and long holiday, so you will be definitely hearing a lot of cars passing on this major highway. Some people go into their holiday destination, and some people just trying to find something to do for this long weekend. Okay, back to our regular scheduled program. So today we'll be looking at the Marco Raffine Fine Art and the Marco Renoir, I believe they pronounce it, Fine Art. And I first got this set of coloring pencils. I think I did a review on it. Don't worry, this box is empty. Okay, because I don't keep them in this box. I actually had to go and dig this box up just for this presentation. And so I believe I already featured these pencils already in a previous video. But then they had a sale on AliExpress, and I was able to get this 36 set of Marco Renoir, I believe they pronounce it, at a very, very good price. And I decided, what is the difference, or how comparable are these two products? And that's what we'll be looking at today. Okay, from what I gather, both the Marco Raffine and the Marco Renoir is made by the same company, which is the Marco company, and their website is www.marco.com.cn. And they both have fine arts from it, and the advertisement on AliExpress both advertise both of these as oil based colored pencils. Okay, so what makes these pencils similar? They're both advertised as oil-based pencils. They're both advertised as non-toxic, and the CN, both the pencils are made in China. The manufacturer of these products said that their lead is perfectly centered, and which means that sharpening these pencils, they shouldn't break when they sharpen. Also, they both have an aquarelle version to it. So both pencils have a version that is water soluble. Now let's look at the differences of these pencils. The Renoir is very circular shape. It's versus the Raffine, which has a hexagon shape. They both boast, well, actually, there's difference because while the Renoir boasts that its lead size is 3.7, the Raffine boasts that its lead size is 2.2 millimeters. And also, one of the similarities I should have also point out is that they both don't have color names. They do have color indicators to tell you what might be the color that is there, but I would advise anybody who's getting art products, pencils, pen, watercolors, whatever art products you're going to get, please swatch it out first, because you might think this might be a very light pink, but it just might be very dark. And the same thing, they both have color indicators to kind of give you an indication of what the color may be, but that might not be what the color actually is. Now, for the Raffine, I was able to go on Professor Google, use Professor Google, and found out the color names for the entire 72 set. And I was also able to do the same to find out the color names for this entire 36 color set. I should also mention that the Raffine comes with a maximum color of 72 versus the Renoir, which has a maximum color variation of 100. Okay, this is the color swatches and names for the Marco Renoir and the Marco Raffine. Although they may not have color names, they do have a color indicator number so on both barrels of the pencils. Marco, well, the 36 one I have has color indicator 1, 21, and the Marco Raffine, their color indicator starts at 507 and it goes all the way to, I believe it's 5672. Yes, 572 silver. So while this goes from 01, this starts at 500s. Okay, and that's the color indicator number. Like I said, you have to use Professor Google to find out the color names that these indicator numbers correspond to. Now we're going into doing a color and illustration with these color pencils and see how they hold up and then discuss it at the end. I drew an entire sheet of mangoes, and the reason why I chose mangoes is because mangoes are one of those amazing fruits that you can use any color, literally any color in the color spectrum, and it will represent a color on a mango. Even if you decide to use blue and purple, black, red, oranges, green, yellows. So the mango is a very, very colorful fruit, and that's the reason why I chose it. Now let's go into our illustration. Okay, after finishing coloring this little mango illustration, I can say this about comparing the Marco Raffine versus the Marco Renoir. The Marco Renoir is much more softer lead and a much more creamier lead than the Marco Raffine. Having says that, the marker Raffine has more waxy residue than the marker Renoir. When it comes to student grade versus artist grade, I would say that the marker Renoir feels more professional, more sleek than the marker Raffine. The marker Raffine feels very pencily. I'm not sure, but it actually feels, yeah, it feels very pencily. It feels like a color pencil that you will get at the local stationery store for your kids in school, while the marker Renoir feels like a color pencil that you would use as an artist. Other is the barreled. Well, the barrels are very long, but however, this feels very heavy compared to this, which feels a little more lighter. And it did say that this is made from a much more better wood than this one on the AliExpress website. They both can sharpen very easily, and that has to do with the center nest of the lead. There is no color names on these. However, there is a color number indicator. And if you use Professor Google, like what I did, you could find corresponding names to those indicators. They're both very, very comfortable to hold. But because of this round barrel shape of the staff of the marker Renoir, it feels a little more comfortable than the marker Raffine, where the hexagonal shape can sometimes be a little torturous. The one thing though, it's when it comes to rolling, this doesn't roll as easily as this one because this is very smooth. Color payout. The marker Renoir, this one here, has a much more brighter color payout than the marker Raffine. They both can't erase very easily. And as for light fastness, I'm not sure about the light fast information. I did try to research it, but nothing popped up whether either is light fast, but because I would consider one a more higher grade student grade than the other one, I will presume that the marker Renoir, this one here, has a little more longevity than the marker Raffine. Blendability, as you can see in the illustration, they both blend very well, but I think it's because of the creaminess of the marker Renoir, it's able to blend much smoother and easily. Water solubility. The marker Raffine is a little water soluble. I did put a water brush over it and I was able to pull out color versus the marker Renoir where it is not water soluble. When I put my water brush over it, it didn't pull any color out. Brightness, as you can see, the marker Renoir is much more brighter than the marker Raffine. And layering, they both layer very nicely and well because you see I did different, not only did I do layering with different colors here, but I did layer with similar colors within the same color family, and they were able to layer very, very well to give the fruit, my little mango, a bit of brightness. In conclusion, guys, the marker Renoir is a tad bit better in my taste for the marker Raffine. Now, I'm not going to tell you that to get this one versus this one. I just prefer the marker Renoir. I am tongue twisted. The marker Renoir more than the marker Raffine at this point, and that has to do with the creaminess of the lead. It has to do with the layering, the brightness of the colors, and the fact that the pencil is actually very, very easy to hold. Okay guys, before I send you guys off and having an amazing Easter weekend, and it started to rain. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm hosting a giveaway. I'm trying to boost subscribers to get 100 subscribers. So all you have to do is be a subscriber to this channel. I will link the page to the description below where you can find the giveaway page. I am giving away this Milan water brush, and it will also come with 5 Milan aquarelle colors. I do enjoy this very, very much. I do enjoy working with it. In fact, I use it all the time when I'm doing my drawings during the evenings. And I know it's not much, but it's my little thank you for subscribing to my channel. I will, like I said, I will be sending this to whoever with it, wherever they are in the world. And that's it. Look out in the description below, right down there. Look out in that description below to enter to win this watercolor set. And I will be seeing you guys in the next one. You have a blessed Easter and bye.